the garbage. Bert is a grand narrow gauge engine on the island of Sodor, and so is his narrow gauge twin brother Nert, and they are both two grand narrow gauge engines on the Fat Controller's railway. One day the Fat Controller already told Bert to meet a new engine. One day the Fat Controller already told Bert to work with a new engine. I hope he's really useful. I hope he's really useful, said Bert. And he did. Just then he met Toby. Toby said this to Bert. The new engine is waiting for you. The new engine is waiting for you at my branch, next door to my branch line, he said. I'm excited, said Bert, and Bert puffed away. He puffed into the yard, and there he was, next to the new engine. The new engine was smelly and stinky. Oh my, said Bert. Hello, Bert, said the new engine. My name's Smelly because I'm a bit stinky. Let's take out some garbage, he said. Well, okay, said Bert. Come on. And with that, Bert and the new engine puffed away. Bert and the new engine puffed away. The new engine was excited, except Bert. He wasn't looking very well. Just then there was Hero talking to Donald and Hank. While they were talking, they saw Bert with Smelly. Oh, Pong, said Hero. I see you're working with a smelly engine, I see, Bert, said Hero. Oh, pooh-wee, said Donald, and they laughed and laughed. Hello, said Smelly. My name is Smelly. Suits you, said Hank, and they all laughed and laughed. Bert was embarrassed and decided to run away from Smelly. Must run away, he said as he ran away, and with that, Smelly chased after him. They raced past by the other engines, and they all laughed too. And they all laughed at him too, while he was with Smelly. Wait for me! Wait for me, Bert, said Smelly, but Bert didn't want to stop. Just then he was up the Action Canyon. He was up the inside cave of the Action Canyon and decided to hide inside. If I hid inside that cave, said Bert, then Smelly won't see me, he said. And Smelly didn't see him. He raced past by the Action Canyon. But just then, Bert was trying to hide from Smelly, and with that, Smelly found him. And with that, Bert couldn't stop running away. And with that, Bert couldn't stop running away from Smelly. He found him in every hills, every tunnels, and everywhere about the sites of Sodor. And with that, Bert was making himself this so fast. Bert was making himself this. And with that, Bert was making himself very fast as he had to wait at the level crossing for Jack. Just then, Jack said this to Bert. And where is that new engine, he said. He got lost, said Bert. No, I didn't, said Smelly. Here I am. Oh, Jack sniffed. Pooh-wee, he said. Are you going to seduce this? Are you going to seduce your new friends? Are you going to seduce the new engine, his name? Said Jack. But Bert didn't want anything to do with Smelly. He ran away. Wait for me, Bert, he said. But Bert was nowhere to be seen, and with that, Bert finally escaped from Smelly. Now Bert was really happy that Smelly is not with him. Now no one will laugh at me, he said, and with that, they didn't. He arrived at the junction, and there was Oliver. He was feeling very cross. I'm supposed to be taking Danny and Clarabelle home, he said, but my way's been blocked by those smelly garbage trucks. He said. Flatten my funnel, said Bert. Anyhow, I should have taken those trucks to the waste dump, he said. Sorry, Oliver. And with that, he was ready to pull them out of the way. Bert tried and tried, but they were too heavy just then. Just then, Proteus puffed in. Proteus, said Bert, can you help me with those trucks? Pah, said Proteus. No, thank you. They're too smelly. And at last, Hero came in. Hero, said Bert, please help me with those trucks, he said. Pong, said Hero. No, thank you. I'd rather clear up this rubbish if I were you, he said. Hero puffed away. And with that, Bert was upset. Oh, where's Smelly, he said. If I had him as a friend, he would be able to help me too, he said. He wanted me to be his friend, but I wasn't kind to him, he said. I'll find him and tell him that I'm sorry, he said, and puffed away. But Smelly was nowhere to be seen, and he wasn't. When he arrived, Smelly was there. Hello, Bert, he said. I've been wondering where you went, he said. I thought you'd gone on holiday. Bert, Smelly, he said. I'm sorry I ran away from you. Please help me. Then I will, said Smelly. Let's we're ready to pick up some garbage, he said. And with that, he and Bert puffed away to help Oliver, Annie, and Clarabelle. And then Oliver was impatient. Don't worry, Oliver, said Bert. Smelly and I will help you. That new engine can't help, said Oliver. He's too smelly. But he was wrong. And at last, the two of them together pulled the garbage trucks out of the way. Well then, smiled Oliver, he is a really useful engine, and he steamed away. And he is my new good friend too, said Bert, and with that, Smelly smiled happily, even Bert, and everyone as well, except the silly engines, who really laughed at them both.